Buenos nachos, amigos, and welcome to Through the Tomes, a Dungeons and Dragons adventure where a amateur DM constructs and guides his understanding and patient friends through his first campaign of Dungeons and Dragons, using adventure modules and piece together campaign setting stuff and lore and all put together with spit and duct tape and hope and dreams. I'm PD Rave, the aforementioned DM, and I keep playing with the microphone. And here with me is my party, my squad, my team, my crew. We've got playing Wind and Summer, Daisy.
Hey everybody, so Matt was showing his mailers beforehand, and this is the mailer I got that I want this scone pan for Christmas.
Nice.
I'm gonna get that for myself.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you have anybody who can get that for you?
Is somebody with a bank account that will tell her exactly what got purchased? Yes.
Oh.
Like,
fair.
We've got playing Solero Italian, Drew.
Hello.
Oh.
We've got playing Lucius Zanero, Matt.
Hey, I have some bootleg recordings of steel guitar.
Nice.
Oh, criminal.
We've got playing Toby Underborough, Brett.
So today's hand prop is this stick of Corsair Dominator 1066 megahertz with timings of 55515. Like it's got quite the heat sink.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's another one around here in an envelope.
Yes.
It's like it's good for ASMR.
Nice.
But my noise gate won't let it happen.
We've got playing Toro, Victoria.
Drew stole my bid. I was going to show my Darkrai plushie.
Ooh, nice.
But this is Virtual Fredbear.
Nice.
I think that's his name.
Could be.
Who knows?
Who knows? He's another character that's in this lore.
Yeah.
I was going to say, let's talk about Music Man for a second.
That's my ringtone.
Nice.
What, Matt yelling
the
Music
Man?
Yeah, Matt yelling
Gary,
Music Man. If you call
Gary,
me.
Indiana, Gary, Indiana.
Different Music Man, Drew.
Yes. And last but not least, playing Tumbao,
Yes,
we've got Chris.
So I went through a nightmare just trying to figure out what I needed to do in order to get a PS5 working to connect with some old ass games. And by the time I was finished, I kept thinking to myself, I'd rather not have been born.
Yes, I definitely understand that feeling. I've got a Nest screwdriver, the one they give you with your Nest, with a bit from an unrelated screwdriver inside and magnetized to the magnet inside, and therefore permanently in there. It's just that my sister put in there. God's bless her. Thinking she was gonna have another bit. It's from my, I should say, one of the bits from my iFixit tech screwdriver kit.
I have a technique for you, Petey. It's called the centrifuge.
Yeah.
If you spin it fast enough, it'll shoot that. You'll have to be able to find that bit once it shoots out.
But yeah.
But like you just spin it real fast.
Yeah.
That it will loose.
Or at the very least, it could make it so I can use this screwdriver again. And then eventually I find the bit.
Than anything else.
Yeah.
Like,
I have to do it in my bathroom or something. Also, I'm just nothing special on just once again going back to the born and raised Vesasaur mediocre beer that I still have left over. Because I haven't finished them yet. Still okay.
I am drinking a Shiner Strawberry Blonde.
Nice.
Oh.
Brought to you by the local grocery surplus store.
Nice.
Drinking Mr. Pip.
Oh,
I'm drinking a beach plum LaCroix.
Mm-hmm.
Not a margarita. It's mostly water with a little bit of lemon juice in it.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
But not enough to rot my teeth out in one glass.
Nice.
You could at least do lime.
Mm-hmm.
You guys got me excited. Now talking about alcohol, you guys make me want to go grab a drink. So now I need to take 10 seconds to go do that for myself. And the only path here is Rumble Minutes.
Rumplements.
For context,
Sign me up.
All I heard was blah, blah, blah. I'm about to make a bad decision.
yeah, for context, we've just gotten through the worst COVID that we had for a week. So a Rumplement?
A very small amount. I'll even show the group just to show.
Oh my god!
I could go grab some Jägermeister from the freezer.
I mean, yeah.
We were just
You really
talking
testing
about
him.
hill.
You're really going to test out that loss of taste,
that drink a thimble of Rumplemans that pick a lot.
Yeah, thimble of Rumble. Pretty accurate.
It's about enough.
That's all you need, really.
Yeah.
You got the 100 proof candy cane in a bottle, or do you have?
Not yet.
You have
We have the old classic.
Good.
Nice.
Nobody needs 100 proof Rumplemans.
Cheers.
God.
Hey,
Huzzah.
cheers to feeling better. I'm
Yeah,
glad we're
and
feeling better.
Me
now
too.
I'm feeling worse.
L'chaim.
All right, Gumbe. Let's get started on the D&D. To recap, we've just wrapped up a very intense battle in this swamp land collection of shacks with these bandits, and have stumbled upon this guy still we stumbled upon a couple of captives that were part of this that were here in this camp, and now we are in the immediate aftermath of this battle from with these bandits, and well, what do you guys do? Have at it.
Ooh.
So from where we're at, who can we see in our immediate, right in front of us? With
I think whoever you can see on the map on your own is who you can see in the game.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Whoever you can see, yeah. So but to describe specifically, you see a young a relatively young half elven or elven individual with a goat nearby. The mountain goat, relatively tall mountain goat, the goat looking very proud of looking at this dead body. You see a turtle over on the bridge, kind of like a very kindly face, relatively tall
to the bridge.
turtle, with kind of like various like baubles on them and on him, and kind of the garb of an artificer. Yeah, he's got a big sack.
One for having.
Yep. You see a human across the way, I believe, with long curly like blonde hair, like a bit of a well-kept beard, and a little bit of like dirt from the battle, and a little bit of like grime, but generally pristine and clean, very like meticulously well kept. Oh, this is okay. Now I was trying to figure. I've completely forgot who this orc was. I was like, wait, did I leave a bad guy? I forgot. It was like, is there another bad guy? And then I remembered, it's Brock.
Friendly Teamster.
Oh, and so and that's kind of like whoever you see there. There's you might be able to see a tabaxi looking through the window. Daisy probably be better at describing summer a little bit better. I don't know how would you your description of summer?
Yeah, I would just say right now you see like a furry orange colored face peeking out of this window of this little shack across the way.
Yeah, and then maybe the top of the head of a halfling peeking through.
In my hair,
Yeah,
you see
like
my coif.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming that there is a dead body to our left.
Yes, like there, just hanging out there. You see maybe off in the distance a couple of bandits disappearing off in the void.
Ooh.
Also, Toro, you're kind of caught in a kind of like the net from like a net gun. So it's kind of like just like a projectile net. So it's like you're all tangled up in there. So you were
I
kind
have
of
given up moving. I can't even reach my dagger.
you're currently restrained, and this was done to, you could tell that it was done by the orc gentleman that seemed to be with the crew, and as he's walking, and that just walked into the shack you escaped out of.
And with good reason, I wager, because of the acts I've committed.
And you can see that Brock is like looking, and you don't know him well enough to know that this is uncharacteristically like reactive face of an expression on his face. It's like definitely like a little bit of like shock and a little bit of like horror on his face. But yeah, but what do you guys do?
I'm just lying in a net, man.
Yeah, at this moment, I'm just trying to grab onto that net and just attempt to pull it off of him.
I'm gonna say we don't even have to do a check. You can easily like take it off of him.
Thank you.
So you're no longer restrained.
What buildings have gone into?
Gotta do some urban
Like, on
warfare
this
door to
side.
door.
So you
'Cause I would like to begin clearing rooms here, just
Yeah.
to.
so you went
You
in
say-
here.
Okay.
You and nobody's gone in here. Nobody's gone in really in any building other than here. People have come
that's
out
where I
of
am.
those buildings, but nobody's gone. None
why
of
is
you
it
have
not
gone
like-
in.
Did they change how movement works?
I
it's
mean, the
paused.
game is
It's
paused.
paused.
I'll pause it for you.
I was gonna say, can I do a little
Hold
bit of
on.
a check
Before
here?
you do that, Toby hops out of this window to say, "Hey, we should go together because it's dumb to don't split up, gang."
Where are
It's
I don't even
dangerous
know
to
where you
go
are.
alone. Take me.
I am in front
Oh,
of
I'm
you.
on top of you. Okay.
He's like, you look down and it's like Toby's between your legs. Like, hey, oh, hey. Toby's like under you at the window.
I would love to move. I want
I
to hop
can-
out of this window.
You know, like
Oh, hey.
you
This
can
is
like
as far as
scamper
I'm in
outside
this
the window. Give me a you do succeed, but give me an acrobatics or athletics check.
Okay,
This is a-
acrobatics check. I rolled a 9.
Nice. So you kind of like you scamper up and you try to like vault yourself over, and you kind of just like awkwardly roll and just kind of, it's like you try to get up and you know, so you kind of just
Yeah.
awkwardly stumble over the fence.
Plus 6 can't help me that much.
Yeah.
At this point, Toro leans over to Tumbao and whispers, "We should get out of here."
Oh yeah, no, of course. Just like leaning back over, yeah, no shit, and I just put her on my back like Yoda style,
Excuse me.
And
You're not going anywhere. Y'all. We
oh,
want
I'm sorry.
Oh, hey, what do we got going on over here? Hey, guys.
Stay
At this
still.
point, no.
Hey,
Do
y'all.
I at least have him actually on my back?
You can, yeah. You can put him on your back.
Excellent.
Listen,
No,
I don't know who you are.
This is over my
Hey,
shoulder now. It's
I'm
just
not
like
gonna
a
hurt
small
you.
head over my shoulder.
Not
From
gonna-
over his shoulder, from over your shoulder, Toro slumped over like, listen, man, I don't know who you are, but we've just been through a lot.
I can see you've been through a lot, but if you can just sit tight, we're gonna.
We've been sitting
How
tight,
far is this?
and
All right,
we finally got a moment to go.
come with
We
me.
may not be finished with dealing with people. I have been in this one building. We might want to worry about the dangers that actually exist instead of like worrying about each other right now.
All right, then.
Fine.
Let's go inside.
Okay.
Some people dying
you-
out here. I was not a part of it.
You
But
don't have to worry about coming
simultaneously
in
go
here.
into a new building.
I'll bring them in. I'll bring them outside. You just sit tight
I
right
see
there.
a bloody goat, and I don't know what's going on. But the it's that cocky mountain goat over there.
He goes.
Covered
You
in
hear
blood
him
and
say
hit.
like, "All right, man, come on out. I know it's scary. Don't worry, I'm not here to hurt you." You hear him say to somebody in there, "We're not here to hurt you." Well, you guys don't
Thank
hear
God.
him, but they go. Toro and Tumbao hear Brock say that to somebody over there.
Oh,
Luckily, they're not going to attack us because I think I hurt myself.
Hey,
Um,
did you? I'd actually can I do a medical check to see if she's actually injured,
uh,
or he? Sorry, I heard your voice.
yeah, you can do a medicine check.
Let me see. That would be D20.
Yeah, or you can just open up from your character sheet. Yeah.
Yeah, give me one second. Trying to just navigate the foundry itself.
If you double click yourself, you should be able to pull up, and you'd be able to click on medicine.
oh, where's Sue? Oh,
Myself,
my heart.
double click. Ooh,
Sue, I see Sue.
Yes, I do as well. I was worried there for a while.
You just we can.
medicine +3. That would be an 8 on that medicine check.
Yes. I mean, it's you're not. You know, you're having trouble figuring out. He's okay. He seems fine. You know, it's like maybe a little tired, maybe a little freaking out, but you don't notice much. You're not quite adept at these these skills.
Can you please take a look at this? I clearly don't know what I'm doing. I'm just
All
like looking back over my shoulder at it.
all right.
Just like
I'm
pointing out what
fine. May have just hit my head.
All right, I will.
Okay.
Jordan,
Then I guess you gotta sit down a second then.
sit down. We
Yeah,
got
that's-
we got
Gladly.
a turtle that can come look at you.
He slumps onto the floor.
No, I'm just gonna gingerly put you down to then allow you to slump on the floor.
And then he slumps onto the floor.
Oh yeah.
Okay. And you see, you guys see slowly, kind of like, just with a vacant look on their face, a lizard folk kind of stumbles out.
All right.
They're dead. They're all dead. And they look over and they see Toro for the first time, and he's like, he kind of almost stumbles back. You killed, you did it. You killed, no. It's like Just kind of stumbles back in there.
Toro sighs. No words.
What exactly is that all about? I must say, as he looks towards Toro.
At this point, I'm just trying to keep like a space between the lizard, this lizard folk and Toro. Just like putting my arms out like right in front. Like he didn't do it on purpose. I know well enough. And I'm sorry. And like trying to, I guess, persuasion.
Toro whispers to Tumbao, actually, well, the spell I did do on purpose, though.
Yeah, Tumbao, yeah, you can try a persuasion check, see if that.
It's totally on purpose. It was awesome.
The death was
okay, so see,
the death was a side
or
effect.
persuasion, or like, do you believe that that Toro did not do this on purpose, or
they're I'm most likely believing they're telling me the truth.
that
Because unless that's an insight.
Yeah. Do you believe it? Like, so you can do like a deception check.
Well, I'm telling the truth.
Oh,
So
you can
that's
do
why
persuasion.
would it be? Yeah. Okay.
Persuasion. If you're.
So you said double click me.
Yeah, and then you should be able to click
And then-
persuasion and roll.
Yeah, under actors, you should have you, and then it should give you a full sheet with different stats.
Little meeple. That's a.
So my line of sight when I was inside of
I
that
did deception. My mistake. I clicked wrong.
made me think that they were a lot closer than they are.
Sorry.
Oh.
There we go.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
18 on a persuasion.
18.
Yeah. At this point, I'm just trying to convince him that like
What 40 feet
maybe we can like buy some time by like treating it as if it was an accident.
The casualties were an accident. The spell was purposeful.
We're not involved in here right now. Hush! I'm trying to save our lives.
You see, he's like, just please, please put him, back him away. I can't. Please don't hurt me.
No one's gonna hurt anybody. Anybody else. Everybody's nice and calm now. Looks like everybody
moving.
Seems like the real.
Everybody be cool.
Don't ask me to
everybody
move
be cool.
And
from
he's
this
like,
spot.
and you see that Brock immediately
You
takes.
can talk to me first before you talk to the little man.
Yeah. Brock kind of like puts a blanket over the lizard folk, and kind of like puts his hand over his shoulder and like walks him over, this way. Over the water.
Hear the creaking and sort of turn to Brock and be like, "What the hell?"
Well, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on, but there was a lot of death in there.
Gross.
I mean, there's a lot of death out here, but didn't seem like there were a lot of innocent death. I'll say that. It seems like, just from my perspective. It's just the little one just vanished in an explosion of thunder, and it just he's trying to get my lizard folk voice. He was just there and he wasn't, and then there was a thunderous boom, and we were all scattered to the walls, and everyone but me was dead. just motionless on the floor, broken. People, they were my neighbors. I film. I was over at his house just the other day for tea, and now his body lies motionless in that shack.
Well, Toby, who has a story about everything, once heard a tale of a lizard folk Mayan doctor who would astrally project into homes and give practical advice and therapy. His name was Lyle. I might be able to pass on Lyle, the therapy gecko, to this lizard folk. There's what's going on around here? What? I just got out of that room, Toby is saying. What is going on here, and is there still an active situation going on?
Well, I would like to make mention at this point, I have brought out the bow, I have strung it, I am holding it, and I'm
doing that while like pointing over to the ranger man who's like at the door with a bow ready to continue to kill.
You want to do, yeah. So if
I'm
you
not
want to do a perimeter.
I don't trust people as is. This is freaking me the hell out.
Yeah.
And you're freaking the hell out.
Oh, man.
Yeah, if we want to do a perimeter, I didn't see anybody up there. But
I can tell you guys that where we came from, you don't even want to look in there. Just don't even.
Yeah.
It's taken care of. I play a flute, and I'm covered in blood.
Well, there's several bodies of what seemed to be captives in there. But they were
captives.
Yeah. Yeah, a couple of us were taken traveling out of town, and a couple of people were from other caravans, and including those two. It points to the half-orc woman and the halfling gentleman, kind of sitting over up top. Just me and them.
Our trip has been pretty unlucky so far for being a well-paved road and a well-traveled one.
Yeah.
Strange things are afoot.
Yeah.
At this point, can I start like waving? I can see this collective group over there. It seems like they're collaborating. Can I just like start shouting in their general direction to like try to get their attention?
You can do whatever you want.
Well, I just start like waving my arms like, hey, is anybody over there a doctor?
So I'm looking in that direction. So I see I think somebody's trying to get our attention.
Please, over here. Hi.
Mortal's like, well, I guess that's about as close as we've got here to that. I'm coming.
I want to be close to Mortal with weapons at ready, still not trusting what is going on here.
Also,
I also I have some healing stuff.
Yeah.
I can sometimes do magic. Sometimes.
Yeah.
So I'm also of help, but Mortal's got this.
Yeah. Well, come on, guys. Could use your help.
God,
anyways.
the turtle. Plus, there's too much traffic on this bridge. I don't really trust it. I'm gonna end up in the drink and That's never fun.
Are these 5? Are we going with standard 5 cell? 5 foot cells?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I want to be in talkie range, but also not in stabby range.
Well, let me take a look at you. Is that all right, young halfling?
As long as you don't make me move, it's perfectly fine.
All right.
Listen, he might have to move you, but
You can move me, but
Fine.
I am not moving myself.
You get your baby every time. Take the medicine.
I don't need a
You don't have
doctor. I need gold.
Well,
What?
At
At this point, I'm just.
I mean, you look like you've been beat up a bit, but it's hard to tell.
I'm just gonna leave that to the. I'm assuming head damage. So at this point, just let him help you, and we'll talk later.
Lucius, you want to do that balm thing, or should I do?
Oh, sure.
Balm of the tiger.
How?
A little tiger balm, just getting the muscles, just work it out.
Whatever Kramer put on his burn.
Oh dear God. Here it is.
I'm sorry, you're going to balm me?
Well, it's like
Not
an ability.
embalm you.
Don't
It's
worry
a
about it.
cream.
So it's a magical shoulder rub. Don't worry about it.
A shoulder rub?
It's like, no, I'm
It's a contactless shoulder rub.
You may
balm.
as well bring me a pint.
It's magical shoulder rub. Like it's implied.
The lotion from the local dispensary, it's fine.
Oh.
Oh, that feels
Edgar
great.
Jurgen.
You get 5 HP
5 hit points.
and 1 temporary hit point.
How does she add them on Foundry?
You can. So what you can do is make sure you clicked yourself, but go into the chat under Lucius and Arrow, that one. You can right click it, and you can apply healing.
Oh, okay.
Balm of the summer court. Apply directly to forehead.
But I can. Let me know if you.
I imagine it has to feel like icy hot, or it's just like warm.
Oh, it better. It better feel like icy hot, or like.
But the hot part of icy hot.
I think it's just like a summer breeze.
How does it make you feel?
Summer wind,
Summer breeze,
in.
make me feel. Summer breeze.
Something with the something of my
I'm sorry, I'm brain foggy. Apply. I can't figure it out in the
Put it
chat.
on yeah, so when you go to Foundry, see how it has the box that says D6 number 5 and it's Lucius Zanera?
Mm-hmm.
Just like AIM, that text box, you right click it and then click apply healing.
Oh.
And then, yeah.
Cool.
There you go.
And then there's one that says apply temporary HP, and you probably put one for that.
It's the good stuff.
Yeah, so
nice.
So you don't have to like a thing.
Well, I have to say thank you for that. It feels wonderful.
That's the only keef in a container I've got around here, Drew.
Nice.
O'Keefe. Working hands.
Nice.
Read jokes.
Nice.
something wife in the industry.
Like at this point, I'm just like rubbing the like bridge of my nose and just being thank you, and like exhausted, but thank you so much for helping, and I apologize for the tiny pretty halfling man. He's been this way his whole life, and I'm pretty sure it's like Troy Bolton syndrome, where he was just pretty forever, and like he's kind of like a jerk.
Can I walk in and be like, I don't remember meeting you before, but your description of me sounds pretty okay.
And then you notice
blood-covered, handsome, stout halfling with his flute with blood dripping out of it.
I would say you definitely noticed that
Oh, cool.
you are.
There's more than one. Yay.
You notice that is you would notice right away that this is also specifically a Lightfoot halfling.
Oh, I'm gonna do the nod, the halfling nod. Hey.
And Toro nods back.
Been creeping round my back steps.
The nod.
Silent and wary, but gentle.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not afraid of this halfling. Also, that halfling got trapped, and I did not. Yeah. So I'm going to be overconfident, but I'm going to be overly generous in my feelings about someone else who has to use the high chair.
Yes.
Little cranky thing. Yeah. Go up and sit at the bar.
Yeah. Little cranky. Yeah. What do you guys
One more
do?
and you get a kids table.
Toro is more of a sit on the bar type of guy.
I mean, I know people like that.
Mm-hmm. We have now helped these people.
Who likes that too.
I think we deserve an explanation of how they ended up here.
And loud enough so everyone in the room can hear.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Okay. Cool. That's how things tend to be going for us lately.
You have questions.
Not a lot of answers.
Yeah, no.
We have questions.
My recollection was I was hit over the head. I was brought here. I was tied up. Something exploded. Came outside. Everything was hurting. Fought some guys. Then literally everything went blank as if I wasn't here for about a couple of weeks. And then now we're here. And frankly,
where are we?
Yeah, I'm amazed we're even here right now. So we could probably find your help better than our help. Let's just assume we know nothing of this region.
Yeah.
And we could really use some help.
Well,
where are we? What is the region?
Well, you're on the Menagerie Coast. I don't know, like, if you're that, like, lost. You're on
this. I got that much. And I know we're not that far off from the city. Just why are we like? What happened? Did we get like abducted?
We're supposed to be in Tusoa.
Yeah.
Might have. We're not sure.
This one's got the directions.
Yeah. Well, you're on the Silt Basin Pass. I mean, they could tell you about the craziness we've been going through.
Yeah, please.
I shot Mega the Splash in the butt, and then he died, or he fell off his bird. Man, that was forever.
Can I roll a history check for Megan the Splash?
It's warfare.
That was 2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago, like a week ago. I was trying to work a catapult.
Oh my god, we have been playing the D&D campaign a while, haven't we?
Yeah, our novice dungeon master who's done it more than any DM that I've played with, more consistently. Amateur.
I actually, I want to give it a try myself sometime soon. I want to, if anybody's interested.
Yeah, but does anybody offer an explanation of what's been
sort of layout?
I could paraphrase what's been going on. So it all started when we got together, and then the time dilation thing.
Yeah,
we put over our heads and we could breathe underwater and and then there was this lemon tree and that's how we ended up here.
Shapeshifter boning.
Yeah. All of that.
And then those puppets came to life. That was a thing.
Yes.
Are you from this land? Are you from here? From the coast?
We're from everywhere, man.
Yeah.
Did the puppets stop being alive later?
No. It was never alive. It was unalive.
Yeah.
Burn the place to the ground.
So yeah, they kind of like in that summary they mentioned that along the road in that whole he spends like Toby kind of like in his barred way tells you this whole story for like I'm gonna say like 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's a good Shaggy dog. Yeah.
20 minutes of like telling you about all the adventures that they gone along the coast and like almost being
Toro's being patched up. They're just telling me this story.
Yeah,
the cheese tastes really good. We had a barkeep. Yeah, all the unimportant details.
Yeah, and then like how that time they hung out with pirates accidentally because they were escaping a sinking island, and it
was like Pee-wee's Big Adventure when he goes into that biker bar, but it was us.
Yeah,
on this island.
Yeah, and then like these other random adventures with the lemon tree and the puppet shop and this bar that was inhabited by fiends that was around a tree and then this hellhound that they snuck up on and killed in one round and like
this
and
horse
snake
that got
lady.
away and we got a magic hay poker.
Yes.
We can make us speak to horses.
Yeah, and somewhere and like all these things. But at the end, they go through. Toby goes through how they've been tasked to go do a couple things of presumably deal with some work up north with a wanted individual named. Oh my god, what's their name? Roundabout Jen, and looking for some information, but also go and see some some family. One of them is going to see some more family here and there afterwards, but they're heading up to Gordon, and along the way to Gordon, they ran into the remnants of what they presume are these people that were trying either successfully or unsuccessfully kidnapping people along the trail, and these helpful goblins let them know. These really funny goblins helped let them know that there was trouble around this area, and they came to investigate. And they came on here. They came into here, and they showed up, and all this was happening.
Well, don't think that we're the trouble. We were victims of the trouble.
Seems like
I mean, this would be counting as the taking names part of the post kicking ass. We're trying to get the information. So how did you guys appear here now that I've told you the spiel?
So I'm pretty sure we were taken by these individuals. And at this point, I'm just like, I feel like it's kind of understood that something went down with the other individuals. And I think we weren't in the good side of I hope we're not accidentally who we're fighting. We don't know. And it kind of seems like we blew up the prison part that had the captives.
What I will say, we were in Tusoa, separated from each other, separated from our family.
Mm-hmm.
Are they family? Anyway, we were in Tusoa trying to survive when whomever and wherever brought us wherever, and I was forced to defend myself, and here I am, and I need a pint and a sandwich.
Well, we aren't cops. We were deputized once, but we're not cops.
So you're cool already.
Yeah. So like I play music for money. So come on, like you don't worry about it. As long as you're not on the wrong side of trying to murder me.
Then you understand.
Right as Toby says, we were deputized once. Lucius is just like,
yes.
Huh?
Oh yeah, sure.
Just in the background. What?
I mean,
what's going on there?
I'm trying to do the. I'm trying to fling this thing out of it. Fling the bit out of the screw.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's-
Just absent-mindedly trying to get the screw out.
While listening to conversation. Sorry, my Adderall ran out. I gotta my appointment isn't until Monday, so
You gotta have a fidget cube to play
Yeah.
with.
or a stick of RAM.
yeah.
Just fiddle with it.
I'm also fidgety, so I get it.
Yeah.
I'm
As you
actually
guys were.
currently, so.
So I'll just say Summer was waiting back by this other cabin for like the longest time, just like waiting to secure the perimeter, and then Lucius ran off, and then she was like, "Oh, everything seems to be under control. Maybe I should go like see what's going on." So Summer like kind of caught up to some of this late, but she's over there now listening.
Yeah.
FYI.
Yeah, you know what I was saying. You were there.
Yeah.
Yeah. You were in the middle. You came in at the tail end of like him telling the whole story of the 20 minutes of him telling the whole story.
So at this point, yeah, just seeing another person show up, I just like look up and like, can you also help us, please?
Yeah.
Just like we're getting
Yeah.
bit by bit like stuff going on,
Yeah, you see
and I
this
think that like help. Just
I'll
honestly
turn
kind of like
You see
like, don't worry.
the tabaxi stump, the tabaxi come up, and you see that she has a pseudo dragon on her shoulder.
Oh, I also have like a giant gash on my side. Like
Yes.
her
Yeah.
fur is just like messed
Yeah,
up,
you
and
need
she's
help,
bloody. And
Hold
I was
on.
like,
I'll
"Hey
take
guys,
care of
hey,
that.
hey."
I'll take care of that. I
I'm
got
not
you.
like I'm not in the
gonna say, I
worst
could pop-
shape, but I did drink a healing potion, so hooray for magic.
Yeah.
Oh,
Else I'd be like
honestly,
almost
yeah, hooray for
unconscious.
magic.
But I am gonna lean over to Lucius and whisper, "Wait, is the lizard man cool? Like, you know what's up with him?"
I'm not
He's,
sure.
And yeah, you look
Not
over and the
attacking
lizard
frogs,
folk
no.
was just
He's-
sitting there, kind of like just
He
you
seems
pass
a
by.
little traumatized.
Yeah, he's like
Okay.
the 1,000-yard stare, just kind of like just sitting there, trying to process.
I'm gonna cast Healing Word on Wind and Summer real quick.
Mhm.
Hey.
Go ahead.
You tried to enter 403rd level spell. Something. This thing just crashed.
Oh.
I'm there. I'm getting that was weird.
Can heal next time. It's fine.
No. It's I just 6 points of healing.
Nice.
Petey, can you apply that for me? Or do I just update it on my own sheet? I can do that.
Well, I already had it updated. But
Oh, there it went. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks, Toby.
Nice, a little bit. You healed up a bit.
Yeah, so sounds like you guys were brought here against your will. Question, if you guys are willing to answer, have you heard anything about cargo or merchandise being discussed?
Not discussed, but context clues. I think it's us.
Yeah. We were guessing it was people since we kept running into missing caravan folks, so
I am not cargo. I am likely merchandise.
Oh.
Oh no.
Yes, we know you're very pretty.
Ugh.
Hands off the merchandise.
So because I wasn't around, I totally missed all of this. So Toro is, what am I looking at?
You're looking at
He's
so
a Lightfoot halfling, but he's very beautiful. Think like white hair, like hazel eyes, like freckles, anime boy, like, you know.
ooh.
Very tiny Geralt.
Very,
Mhm.
very,
Yeah,
Uran.
very
Yes.
tiny Geralt. Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
I
without
love
the
it.
scar.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Tumbao is
But yeah.
So she's like this big burly, think like Jasper style from Steven Universe style, like big bodied lady with like really curly hair, like put up into two big buns. Every
Mhm.
so often, there's like a little bit of a jolt of electricity between the two,
Mhm.
Oh no.
like a Jacob's ladder. and she has two different eye colors. One of them is a gold, and then the other one is a purple.
Oh.
And let me see. I think she's kind of more dressed up in. She wants to say it's like a robe, but it's a robe that stops at about like it looks more like a cardigan, like a purple cardigan, and like big puffy like almost like Genie or Hammer pants, like blue, like same kind of color purple.
Yeah.
And like brown and just like these brown like boots. Just and again like just strong.
Toro's in a cloak. He's got like a cloak on, and he has like it looks like almost like a vest, but really it's like a button up, like a white button shirt with like short sleeved like black underneath like a black hood.
Yeah.
Classy. I like it.
And as far as you could tell,
I mean, we probably look all beat up and
yeah. And as far as you can tell, neither of them are wearing armor. As far as you can tell, unless Tumbao is not hiding her leather armor, because I know Tumbao is able to wear leather armor, but I imagine I don't know.
At the moment, that's why it's like it's just very like it looks more of like a thicker like plating of leather armor. It is there, but it's more overshadowed by like a solid shirt and then a hood. But it's like played enough to like see because it's more solid. It doesn't like bend like natural clothing. Okay. It looks like there's like the same way you'd see like a football a football jersey looks on someone actually in uniform.
Yeah, but Toro definitely is not wearing any armor.
Nope. Not a thing.
Did you guys come out of that little hut beside you? Do you know what's in there?
Well, we were in there, and then suddenly we weren't. But
I may have panicked.
Exploded.
And
panicked.
I may have panicked. That's what I'll say.
Okay.
Noted.
All right. Is it safe to assume that building is empty now? Probably.
Well, empty of life.
Okay.
We need to do some looking.
I would recommend. I think there's some people after all of this, after the explosion, that have then later gone inside of the building. We have been here outside with the Turtle Man and the tiny, not as pretty, but very still pretty, small man.
Oh, fighting words.
And
thank you.
I mean, these are like. I don't know if there's anybody else in there, but I think there might be new people in that building now. But I think
correction, there are people void of life.
Okay.
Listen, we just met them. We don't know their emotional state. We don't know if they've gone to therapy. Fine.
I must tell the truth. There is a truth in the world.
I think we should secure the perimeter. I think we need to gather survivors.
Yeah.
And secure the perimeter. I see Toby going over that way already.
Who wants to stand behind me because you can like look over my head?
I'll go.
Chavo over. Oh, goddamn.
Oh wait, are you going that way?
As I call Chava over to help stand with Mortal and sort of make sure things are chill, I'll get behind.
Okay.
So
there's room for more.
With Bo,
it's a really small building, but you know what? All right. Can I go? I can't move my character anymore. There we go. Now it's working. I'll go stand by you guys for moral support.
Yeah.
How do you zoom in a little bit more in
should we have a scroll or control?
Control and the scrolly wheel is what I use.
I just scrolly wheel, but
on your laptop it's just trackpad.
Then it must be able to be
trackpad.
a finger swipe.
I got you.
Sorry.
So Toby is going to open the. Is this an in swing or an out swing?
I'm gonna say in swing.
Okay. Well, Toby is going to like act all tough guy like and open the door with a kick, but he's actually going to at the same time turn the knob and just push open.
Yeah.
Because he knows it's unlocked.
Yeah.
And then he's going to duck.
Yeah. You open the door and then you get on the floor and everybody does the dinosaur. You open the door and yeah, there's nothing happens other than you walk in. You immediately to your right, obviously you see one of the bandits that had run off but lifeless, and kind of like you notice it with him, and then you notice it with you to your left. You see a young male human, still young, kind of like portlier other male human with like a red hair, one with blonde hair. You see like an older human with like darker skin, with like a kind of like a handlebar mustache and beard kind of thing. Yeah, kind of like that, what you see and then you kind of like you see a young female like gnome with like kind of like bright blue hair.
Oh no.
But all of them have definitely looked like they've been violently thrown at the wall and landed down in one big motion, and they are all lifeless.
Is this in a manner as similar to certain magics that I can deploy?
You could I don't know if you can do it, but you've seen it. Go ahead and give me an Arcana check. Arcana or history, yeah, depending on which one's that.
14.
14. Maybe guess at like a thunder step would make sense. Like you've seen, you've hung around. You are a bard is a student of the arcane just as much as a wizard is, so you know a bit about kind of like the intricacies of the arcane. Just it from in terms of stories and rhythms and music, and how it kind of like from a creative standpoint rather than like a book nerd standpoint. But you understand spells, so like you reckon something like a thunder step that you've maybe seen somebody or heard of, where the initial teleport from one place to like another place, and that the aftermath being a thunderous explosion that would hurt a lot of people right in your immediate vicinity. It's a useful escape method for wizards from being
as everyone is going in to this hut. Toro has lifted the hood of his cloak over his head, folded his arms, and kind of turned away from everyone because he's scared and embarrassed.
Oh.
Guys, it's gross in here.
I'm not gonna go in.
Yeah.
We might. It might be worth searching some pockets.
Do you want to do that? Do you need support?
I mean, I sleight of hand. I guess I'll try and not icky myself up.
Mm-hmm.
This like murder closet.
Really? These are the good
Everyone
guys.
loves a good murder closet.
Really hope these are the good guys.
I would assume that Wind and Summer was searching pockets in the other places that she was clearing out.
Oh no, I didn't.
Shame.
I'll have to go back.
Only they made like some stretchy like rubber type gloves that I could put on. As I
did hear Toonbow whispering that, and I lean over and we're the good guys, don't worry. We just hope you're not the bad guys.
You can just hear a very slight but audible Marge-esque.
But not that good. Don't. We aren't cops or anything.
Yeah, that's the part that keeps. Yeah.
We're above the law.
At this point, like right now, I'm just like I the only expression I can describe is attempts to look like they're fighting a migraine. Just like, please, just we'll get.
I mean,
well, as you guys are conducting your like investigation / Does it count as grave robbery if they're not under the ground yet?
I mean, I'm like, robbing a grave is not what I'm doing. I'm searching pockets.
Yeah, it's just looting at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
looting.
investigating a crime scene.
And just to earn a little. Yeah, it's your finder's fee.
You need to understand that a bard is just a thief that steals money through magical music.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So if you look around the bodies of the captives, you scrounge up about, let's say, 15 silver point pieces.
All right. Anything that's not money?
Just regular, like, provisions, life stuff, food, like, but not much. Maybe like a lot of it maybe had been taken away, but just like rations and like napkins and like just random life stuff. They definitely didn't have much on them.
Who here, I forget, who has the ability to move piles of earth?
But I'll say the bandit had about, on him specifically, about 20 gold pieces. So.
Oh. Well, this will go back into the community chest. But yeah, we might want to do something with these bodies, because not only is it gross, but they'll attract things. Mm-hmm. We've dealt with this.
Some necrophages.
I don't know. We're next to the water. It could be all kinds of stuff.
I have molder.
We'll have drowners all of a sudden.
That's right.
Well, we can take care of that after we know what's going on or whether or not, but we can't just like.
Are you going to mold earth to make a mass grave?
Or something around here? Not a mass grave, except for the douche nozzles. We'll make separate graves, because the cops will be coming through here at least some point. It's on the road.
Yeah.
3 hours from the road.
It's close enough. Murder travels.
I have a note. We walked 3 hours and found a small village or outpost that appeared abandoned.
Yeah.
It was
we followed a guy's ass draggings for like an hour. So like we would like.
We did do that.
Yeah. Like, you've done everything.
We do be following ass dragons. So.
we have done every thing that I could have never thought of. Lemon juice. It's not worth the squeeze.
But yeah.
I mean, yeah. They're really nice lemons.
They were really beautiful lemons.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, well, are you guys is there anything else you guys do or discuss before you guys start giving proper burials to these? Well,
we probably need to search the rest of the area. Like we can, whether or not that's a hand wavy thing or a. We need to go investigate.
Somebody can give me. I'm gonna say one person. Give me as the kind of the leader of the looting. Give me an investigation with advantage, or maybe two people with straight rolls.
I will volunteer to do that, since reasons. Totally not min maxing. With advantage, because my first roll's a 24. Does that do?
Yeah, I mean you can do advantage if you want to, like, in case. I don't want to crit. I don't want to say crit bait a crit fish, but because obviously you can't crit.
Go for it. Why not?
24.
Yeah, 24. Yeah. So as you guys kind of look around, most of the places you kind of investigate and look around, you find that you gather that what looks like the initial place that you guys wrong thing. The initial place you guys hung out at, or you guys stormed, definitely seemed like an office. Like a makeshift office for these people they hung out. There's like a very like simple desk, that was very like put together. Nothing fancy. Everything just kind of like put just slapped together. And the other like other places, everybody obviously was the one you sell the bodies was set up as kind of like a place to keep everyone captive, and the other ones were kind of like just quarters, kind of like makeshift quarters for everyone. And I would say you find it's mostly just their makeshift regular weapons and armor, nothing like more notable, but you do find about 220 silver pieces and about 110 gold pieces in total around the different places, and on the gentleman who seemed out of place, this guy, you find on him about 200 gold pieces he seemed to be carrying.
Okay.
Right.
And just a whole lot of like there's money hoarding and just kind of having on hand just in case.
There was commerce going on here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. PD, are you talking about the places we went into, the two buildings, or are we just assuming we checked all
the buildings? Yeah.
Okay.
So like this building and this building and this building are all like quarters you can gather.
Okay.
Like with like cots and like makeshift setups for like people sleeping and some like simple chests and things like that, or clothes.
If I want to do a bit more investigation in that makeshift office, is it worth my time?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to like specifically look through like the paperwork and things like that.
I mean, I can help you out. I can help you out. Wink, 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 wink.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, because there's a whole just thinking if Lucius and Toby are kind of cleaning up bodies, like we can gather the victims, work our way back, then we can do like a good scrub of that office is what I'm thinking. But like keep our victims away from the dead bodies as much as possible, not to further traumatize them.
Yeah. Summer, you can get with Toby and he helps you out, and you can roll advanced investigation with advantage.
You can get by with a little help from your little friend.
Investigation with advantage. 13. I got a +0.
Yes. It's not too hard to kind of like there's not a lot of paperwork to look through, but there's quite a few correspondence. So the desk of that guy, he doesn't seem to write a lot, but he does have a few letters outwards, but quite a few coming in of correspondence. A lot of it, to kind of like summarize, a lot of it is specifically about getting the merchandise. The kind of, there's a lot of code words for it, but you it's not hard to like draw the line, draw the connection, and just say that you figured these people are spoken of in like a coded language as far as like cargo merchandise, similar to what they said out loud, what you heard. Of getting them into the Dwendalian Empire, possibly to Rexentrum, possibly to Zadash. But the important part is there will be somebody in either city to be able to hand that cargo off. There seems to be a lot of like coded communication. There seems to be a lot of like don't an effort of there's definitely like, oh, this person will be codenamed this, and like this person will be, you will refer to this person as this like codename. I have to come up with it, but they will not be. This will be the person going between. Don't worry about it. That person will handle it going forward, and you will get your money afterwards. And there's you can see like there's discussion of like mid 5-figure payouts in gold. To this like bandit group for these people, and they're I think that's it. Like that's about as much as you gather. Really,
Okay.
kind of it's yeah, that's about as much as you gather with that investigation check. There's high payout. They were meant to go either to Rexingtrim or Zadash. Basically one of two major cities in the Dwendalian Empire. So you can partly gather just get to Dwendalian Empire, get to a major city, and you'll have somebody to drop the cargo off to.
I wonder if we could defraud them.
Hang around and wait.
All right, like can we trick them into thinking we have cargo and get money and be like, joke's on you, we're killing you now? I guess we could just go straight to the killing.
Like we're not really as good as we are at murdering. We're not murderers.
Yeah.
We're werewolves.
Self-defense.
It kind of leans into like the preemptive versus reactive.
Unfortunately, I have some kind of morality that keeps me from being able to do such things. As cool as it sounds, I'm probably gonna have to like we could catch them, and then they'll probably fight us, and then we could take their money. But no, like we have to. I probably have to be. Like, it has to be aggravated murder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you don't want to do it cold-blooded.
No.
Cold-blooded.
It's like Summer remembers maps really well, but Daisy does not. So I'm like, where the hell are these cities? Like, how feasible would that plan be?
So
how
we can
far away are we from there?
So I'm gonna
can I make a knowledge roll to know if or to find out how much?
I should activate and give it a second. I just activated the map.
Just pull it out.
Oh, here we go.
I don't know how.
We're 99% on my end.
Yeah,
I don't remember the names of the cities you said specifically.
Yeah. So Rexingtrim. I mean, you probably haven't really been there. You don't have necessarily a frame of reference of exactly where they are, or they're like one's fairly north and one's like south of it. But you know that Rexingtrim is like the main capital of the Dwendalian Empire, and Zadash is another fairly large city within the Empire. But yeah, Rexingtrim would be here.
Okay.
And then Zadash is done. But for your personal reference.
Yeah, over by this little whale tail gold.
Wait, where are we?
You're here. Well, you guys don't know, but you guys are like on here, like or somewhere around here.
Yeah, we know Silt Basin Pass.
Yeah, we know where we are. We know generally.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, that would take so long to get in and across the mountains. Oof.
Well, you would basically, I mean, you know that what you would theoretically actually would do is you would have to take the road and go through the Wuyin gates, where there's like a border crossing and people check your papers and all that.
There's no like giant Argonath cut out of. Certainly nothing on that trail would hop out in front of us and try and murder us. Even once. About what time of the month is it? Like, is that just general? I'm asking for no reason at all.
It's the. Let me open up the calendar. Sidon Star, the 11th of Sidon Star. It's Marison, the Monday. We're in. It's summertime.
Yeah. Feels like a Monday.
Is the
summertime?
And the living is easy.
Yeah.
Should jump in. The cotton is getting stoned.
I just had a thought of like, is there a chance Roundabout Jen is somehow involved in this? But
I mean, you didn't see that name in any of the, but obviously that's a code name. It'd be hard to say that it's not, but nothing specifically pointed to them.
Got it. Okay.
It's summertime. Is there a North Passage on this map? I don't want to get back on a boat. Never mind. I didn't ask that.
You could you could theoretically try to go through the frigid depths, but
I could see that ending poorly.
Yeah, it's. And also the like empty outline over here, that's the other continent that we don't have here, but that's another continent on Exandria. I think that's Tal'Dorei. Probably pull out my copy of Tal'Dorei Reborn. The Tal'Dorei campaign setting. Oh, there's the map. Yeah, it's Tal'Dorei.
Oh, look at that.
It's over there. You guys can't see. You can see over there.
Cool.
You guys are over. You guys are literally here.
Wait, what's the name of it?
This is Tal'Dorei.
Maybe I can Google it.
Tal'Dorei, the campaign setting for campaign 1 of Critical Role.
Got it.
Tal'Dorei.
And what a campaign it was.
Mm-hmm. And there certainly wasn't a Dragonborn sorcerer involved at all. Definitely not.
My favorite was the tiefling.
You know what's funny? I haven't even seen Critical Role yet.
I can see on the shelf the Dungeons and Dragons cards, and they make me happy.
Which one?
I believe.
We have.
Oh, I am miss seeing it. I'm looking at a little thumbnail of your collection, and I'm I am not seeing it.
Yeah, books. No books.
The important Dungeons and Dragons the collectible cards show up live for pre-show the show. Sometimes you will get to see a depiction of Melf's minute meteorites.
This is
a red box.
The 4th edition.
A red box.
This is 4th edition D&D. that I bought a
Oh.
while back. You know, the one nobody wants to ever talk about or acknowledge.
I was there for that.
Except Matt Colville.
Yes.
Matt Colville, I am a huge fan of his stuff. God bless him.
But yeah,
I DM'd 4th edition stuff. That's the only
nice.
That's
D&D I've
incredible.
DM'd.
Yeah. But yeah, all right.
Okay.
What would you guys like to do as I put you back on the swamp?
Bury the dead.
I'll tell people what I found in the office about like these 2 cities and just some code names and like a 5-figure payout.
When he hears the name Rexentrum, Toro leans over to Tumbao. We can't go home.
Not here.
Everyone
I know what's up. I know.
us.
Just it's at the moment we gotta listen more. Hang on.
Do any of us hear this conversation?
I'm gonna say if you
guys-
whisper it, if they're depending on if
Can I roll,
is anybody
can I roll
like
stealth to like whisper back this?
you guys can if you want to roll deception, you know, either individually or one of you can do it on in it with advantage.
I'll do it.
Yeah, I was gonna try to roll a stealth for it.
Dell.
It would be more like
Yeah,
it
to
would be
just
more like
whisper it over it like to you.
Wait, with advantage?
if you're like one person can do it with advantage, or you can do it individually straight roll.
I did it with advantage.
For which roll?
For deception. Well,
For deception.
Toro already rolled it.
Okay.
Toro, yeah, and you're able to kind of like not cover up what you were saying, so nobody else really heard it. Nobody else really kind of like noticed, except
I moved myself back into the office.
except for, well, no, inside.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say I have good perception, but I don't think I have good passive perception. so-
Passive insight.
Oh, Lucius has the best.
Lucius
perception.
had, yeah. It would probably be perception more than insight. Yeah, Lucius notices and hears it.
Lucius hears all.
Yeah, so she's hanging around nearby.
Yeah.
He has
not
wicked
even-
good hearing.
Mm-hmm.
It's
smart.
unnatural hearing.
Yes, yes. But yeah, I mean, it's up to him what he does with that, hearing that information. But yeah,
His lungs are pretty rough, but his ears are great.
But I would say nobody else hears it.
Tattooed on Lucius's back,
Unless
it
your
says,
passive perception is higher than
thou
19.
who is not choking, is not smoking.
Not choking is not smoking.
That's right.
Awesome.
And it's an old English equivalent of this fantasy world.
Old common.
Oh my gosh.
And
Yes.
my favorite thing is you didn't specify where on your back, so I'm just treating it like a tramp stamp.
I mean,
Oh.
I mean,
Exactly.
if it's that
Sounds
phrase,
about
that's
right.
what it's gonna be. Let's be honest.
All right.
Mhm. But yeah.
Okay, so we've gone through the building.
And on the front, it has a different thing about if you're not choking.
Yes.
You gotta
Yes.
do both to get the full.
like ribbon.
Wait, I
Sure.
missed it. Did Lucius do anything
Um,
upon receiving the
Did
They
number?
Lucius
overheard us.
do
They
anything?
overheard us.
They overheard, but
They just overheard us. They haven't done anything. yet.
Matt
He's
Matt
just high
may
as
have
fuck over in the corner.
whether he, he's just
Yeah.
there, and then whether what Lucius does or says, it's up to Lucius.
Matt may or may not have been spacing out at the moment, and Matt apologizes.
But Lucius overhears Toro when you guys are so Summer comes over and tells you guys about all that she
Oh wait,
found.
yeah, so I am back over there.
And she mentions that they were going to go to the plan was to take the cargo, or these people to either Rexentrum or Zadash. And you over here, and you can tell that nobody else really overheard Toro whisper over to Tumbao, and we can't go home, or I don't know, we can't go home. And I don't remember what Tumbao said in return.
Yeah.
But
just hold on. That here is not the place to talk about it.
Where are you from?
It's a long story. What was the can I roll a history check to just name the last city we were in before this?
I mean, you remember where you were
before this. We were
Toro
north of the Menagerie Coast.
Yeah, but what was the name of the last city?
That
I need to pull a city name off that we were both in, just like the last one I was in, to kind of pull a name out.
You were that you know of, because Toro mentioned Tusoa, but you don't have to say that's where he was.
So then I'm probably gonna repeat Soa then.
But if you remember, he said Tusoa. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just for your own information, that you guys were just outside. I believe just off the Pride's Walk Road. I'm gonna say you don't know exactly where, but maybe in the Velvet thicket up there. But that's for your own information. Obviously you don't.
Who was it that asked us where we're from?
Lucius.
Lucius.
Okay. Toro is a little bit nervous, so he's gonna stand up and go up to Lucius, get a little bit closer, and go, "I'm sorry, my friend. I cannot give you details. It is a matter of life and death, but we cannot go to those places."
Yeah, they're not great on the social skills. That's why I'm here. But they're right. We really can't talk too much about it, and we need to ask you guys to help us out, please. We're trying to just make our way safe to the next city. We were on our way out from Tosa, and then we ended up here. We were camping. It was fine. Then it wasn't fine. So we were just trying to make our way, just a quick pilgrimage to the next city over, and we ended up here. Deception?
Yeah.
Toro is a little bit he's just hugging himself at this point. He's freaking out a little bit because it's hard for him not to just tell you the truth of what's going on.
Yeah, but you can if you want to roll deception to kind of not quite give away.
Persuasion, actually. Persuasion, my mistake.
Persuasion or deception based off whichever, whether it's true or not.
18.
I mean,
there's not much.
If we're doing that, would it be a contested check? Contested against.
You can roll an insight check if you want to if you want to roll an insight check to just to kind of get an idea.
I guess if we're doing this, 18.
18. I mean,
I think I forget who wins.
Ooh, match.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, don't worry about it. But yeah, as far as you can tell, she's being pretty straightforward. In that she cannot say much more for fear of her safety. Alexa, stop.
And tell us a joke.
Alexa, stop.
Literally me.
Alex is like, fuck you.
Yes, it distinct fuck you. It was that was great. It would stop for just long enough to start up again.
Right. But I mean, yeah, as far as you can tell, they're being straightforward about what she's saying. She's being straightforward about what she's saying. And you feel pretty confident in that. Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Can I?
I mean, if nothing
what's
else,
the next
it's
date?
clear
Where are you guys
that
heading?
she doesn't
Yeah, where
want
are
to
you guys
push
heading
it.
to?
I mean, I believe Toby. Remember, Toby mentioned something about Gordon, which you're fairly familiar with, in that it's a city in the Menagerie Coast. It's a town.
What was the name?
Gordon.
Warden. No, I mean,
We should only be a few days away.
The town of Guar.
We don't have much to offer you, but if you will aid us, we will aid you however we can.
You kept us alive. You kept my friend alive. If you need muscle, I got it. If you need another, I wanted to say sword sheath, but if you need another arm, we're here to help. At least until we get there.
Mm-hmm.
If there's,
do you know how to play any music?
I'm gonna roll a performance just to see how well I can do, and if I have anything in my inventory.
Oh boy.
Performance.
You can or sing or dance.
Everybody, look at your hands.
I dabble.
You know, and then
He does not.
He does not. So you see that Tumbal is kind of like he's tries to she does a beat, and she does a very like cool, like very nice, like, you know, dance, not necessarily full on professional, but very like a waltz, and then like solo dance performance. It's like boom, boom, boom. And it's actually really nicely done. And then Toro stumbles in.
I was even named after a song.
Full on.
I have always modeled. I can model.
Toro comes in like freaking Elaine, like just Elaine dancing.
I mean, the thing is, this whole adventuring thing is our side gig. We actually get free stays at Holiday Inn Expresses by playing music. So
yeah, if you can,
I can manage your band. I will book you a gig.
We shall see. Wink, wink. Until then, perhaps we've got an extra drum laying around.
Yes.
I can play triangle.
And
crash.
He can play the triangle. You definitely can play the triangle. I will say that much.
Can you carry a tit bucket and look pretty and shake?
Actually,
yes, I can.
Cool.
I know how to entertain with a pint.
I mean, our goat and our pseudo dragon are both pretty skilled at holding the hat in the mouth and or hand, but you know,
somebody's got to hold the dragon by up slightly higher for the
got dragon by the tail. It's plain to see.
Yeah.
I mean, I also was a prop comedian for a little while, so I've got like this disguise that I've never put on for you guys yet. It's like a Groucho Marx class.
Don't you have a singing mug?
I do. It's a singing stein, but you know, like it's not the kind of time for that.
Yeah.
I have a lot of questions, but maybe we should put the people in the ground first.
Yeah.
I mean, I would assume that is an ongoing.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
The guy who does the earth moving has to think about it for a while. Become one with nature.
Okay.
Sometimes.
So no, it's a cantrip. So
it is
just like as this is happening, he's just like, boop. All right, throw him in.
All right.
The fact, okay, honestly, and again, you can kind of tell. I didn't. There's like a bit of like a southern accent. I can do one, but with this character, it's just very like kind of country. Little country, and it's
a little bit rock and roll.
What was I gonna say? A little bit rock and roll, yeah.
The Toro's a little bit kind of rock and roll.
As rock and roll as Donny Osmond could ever be.
I'm really happy you guys are the good guys, because the bad guys usually don't put the people back in the ground. So good signs all around. Like right now, I'm just counting flags. Are we going green or red?
Hold on.
How many are we seeing?
Every time that you bury a body, are you doing that because it's a good thing to do? Sometimes things are self-serving. Sometimes
good with the bad.
Also, we do not want rotten bodies laying around here if we aren't going to be leaving.
Listen, you are correct.
It's already smelling pretty right.
Y'all are correct.
Yeah.
This is the first time we've buried bodies in 2 years.
Yeah.
I can also cast a spell that brings a horse.
Like
maybe
Shadow
later.
Fox?
Is it? I can't remember. It's like a ghost horse.
To a man about a horse? Is that what?
I mean, you could have this horse could be like Drew and the horse, maybe even Lucius and the horse could have like a conversation.
Lucius and the horse could definitely have a conversation.
I bet that Lucius could have a conversation with a tree if he smoked enough and ate the right kind of vegetation. But like whether or not the tree is communicating something of substance.
Is it a
but yeah, I will presume that you guys are like burying the bodies of the
Oh, it's done. We already did it.
Yeah, you guys are done with that.
Cool.
About what time of day is it?
If I remember, it should be like midday at this point.
Okay, cool. We have time that we can get away from here if we wanted to.
Yeah.
Please.
Yes,
Okay.
I'd rather chat somewhere warm and.
Oh, it should be tropical and nice. This should be really great out here during the daytime.
It's very muggy. It's very muggy.
This woman can get cold in a volcano.
No body fat.
No,
that's what happens. That's what happens when you train and you don't eat. You have to eat more.
I do eat. How do you think I get these gains?
With a Z, gains.
Yeah, just a flat Z.
So I would say we can talk on the way back to our caravan, if that's cool. It took us about 3 hours to get here.
Yeah.
But we do have 2 more people waiting back for us at the caravan. And then we have Brock here with us, who I don't know what Brock's been doing down here, like chilling with the lizard dude.
Yeah,
like we need to figure out what his deal is too.
He was both consoling the lizard folk and also helping you guys with the bodies and putting things away,
awesome.
mostly quietly, but like just helping with that. And
well, we should probably try and get to a place because we're gonna also have to explain things and make camp, and we might want to come back. We need to discuss that. Have an Aaron Sorkin walk and talk.
Yeah. So you guys, the lizard folk, is like,
can we get a name? What's your name?
He's kind of like stops to
Liz dude.
Franklin.
The freaking
Albert.
Yeah.
Horse.
My name, Trot. The name's Trot. We're at a village up north. I'm gonna make my way back to my village on my own. If you don't
sure?
mind, I prefer it.
All right.
Yes. He just kind of like walks off.
Go with God.
Blessings. Okay. He gone.
Yeah, and then you guys you kind of wrap yourselves up and do finish up with everything here. And you guys make your way. You start making your way to
Downtown.
Walking fast.
And what is there anything you guys discuss along the way?
Introductions are in order.
Of course. So you get your standard basics that let me see over here. Just describing mom, dad, bear for a year, favorite foods, colors, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Lucius, what's your favorite color?
Green, red.
Okay. Here we go.
Red.
Here we go.
Animal red.
I'm done role playing for a minute. So there we go.
Red.
You what for a minute?
I'm done role playing for a minute.
Oh.
Now out of character. I'm glad that you said green.
I'm with you. Green
Yeah,
is
but
actually
there's
my
also
favorite color.
Panama
Also
red.
That's red.
Green and red. Merry Christmas.
You're right.
But yeah.
Instead of explaining who he is, Toro just casts a minor illusion of a sandwich and holds it very angrily as we walk.
Yeah, like
Describe
I'm
the
just imagining you're doing it.
Oh,
What is this?
very, very upset.
Well, what kind of sandwich? Sandwich is paint me a word
It
picture of a
is-
sandwich.
It is a sandwich made of the leftovers of the sauerbraten with lots and lots of cabbage on it.
What kind of bread?
Sourdough.
Sourdough.
Mm-hmm.
You're not gluten intolerant here, baby.
Yeah,
Oh,
my character's not gluten
Do you want some
intolerant.
jerky? I have some jerky.
Yes, you do.
Pockets full
Oh,
of
the
jerky.
sandwich disappears and he suddenly looks very excited.
Lucius reaches into his dress pocket and pulls out, or like a pocket appears. He reaches in.
Oh yeah, because
and pulls out some jerky.
Oh, yeah.
the druid. You notice now the druid with the blonde hair is also wearing a flowy purple dress, with that's
Cool.
over his armor. That occasionally he can apparate a pocket and pull something out.
He got pretty into cottagecore there for a little while, and just rolls with it. But as he does that, I'm going to prestidigitate some dancing lights around that jerky because people are showing off their magics. I'll cantrip too. So this is the flashiest jerky. This jerky has been aged in that dress of holding of whatever of many pockets.
Yes.
Toro holds his hands out slowly. Brother, please.
Why do you taunt me?
I hold it. I give it to him.
Why do you taunt?
And he gobbles it immediately, starving.
Please.
Oh.
I will share some just rations that I have, some trail rations with you guys.
Hard tack.
Thank you.
Make sure you get some fresh water. I'll share what I have.
We got
Yeah,
food.
that jerky is gonna dry you out.
Mm-hmm.
We got provisions.
I don't know how long we've been without eating. This feels like heaven.
I mean,
It doesn't happen to us, compared to where you've been, I suppose.
frankly, I just take a bite of a bit of the jerky and a bite of the apple. I'm like, damn, you're not wrong. Yeah, it's pretty good.
been a long time
Pretty
since
good.
we've had a decent. We had our last good meal was that citrus fruit.
What?
Or whatever.
We ate with the goblins last night, remember?
I guess,
They cooked a big meal. Not to brag, but it was pretty good.
The worms.
Wait, the worms? What?
There was rabbit. There was, there was game. It was nice stuff.
There was people food there.
Honestly, I couldn't. It's just good to have
like
something.
food.
I want, like, y'all are making me envious for something else that isn't here. You know, when you go to like a restaurant and you're just there and like, damn, why are we over here when we could be over there? But
well, guess what?
I'm just happy to have this right now.
Yes.
Wait, so who's with us? Who's the whole
Everybody,
party?
I think everybody's here with us. We're like
So
while we're walking or going
almost.
to set up for the camp.
So we've got, you're walking along. You got Brock, kind of like watching out from behind. The two of you are alongside. God, I forgot the name of Summer. Solero's there. Lucius, Toby. You get this little pseudo dragon. You hear them refer to as Sue. As kind of like just floating around and hanging out with Summer, and kind of like watching her, either like hanging with Summer or hanging with Mortal, depending on every once in a while. Mortal, the turtle, is kind of like walking along with you guys.
Bravo.
Chavo,
Chavo's the mountain goat is hanging out with Solero.
I'm assuming we cleaned the goat.
Yeah, the goat kind of got brushed off, but like he just kind of shakes off. He's happy. Yeah, as best as you could.
Fine.
Yeah.
I can do this one. Like since everybody else was showing off their own little cantrips, I send message over to like each individual one, like thanking them for the meal, like mentally.
Nice. So you bring out your little like silver thread, and you like.
I think it's these things. It just it helps. Like it's like talking, but I don't need to. Yeah. It's again. I've been studying magic for a bit, but like this one I've been doing for a while. Mm-hmm. I think it's and like I just tap my little like buns.
Yeah.
And it's just like, yeah, I think these help save things further than I wanted to.
Our pseudo dragon does that too.
Yeah.
Toro messages to Tumbao, show off.
You have, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's just half the time I try to let him forget that we can do this because it's one de afuera. Or one that outside, and then one of like the in here.
It's like when my brother didn't let people at the Taco Bell know that he had like 6 years of Spanish. It was his secret weapon.
Exactly.
It's like, yeah. I know what everybody's saying, but I'm not letting them know I know.
So we also have Grung and Luca who stayed back at the cart.
Mm-hmm.
So Grung and Brock are like the caravan. What's the name? Like we basically paid them to like lead us safely to Gordon.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Luca knows them, but like he got caught up in this whole mess of like people getting stolen from their caravans, getting taken away. So on our route up, we rescued Luca.
Yeah, and then
who's basically a stranger
to
us.
Human?
And then
the lizard folk is Luca.
No, Luca is another person. He's not here. He's
the lizard guy left. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Grung is, what is she, a half orc?
She's like I think she's an orc. I think she's an orc. Both of them are orcs. Orcs.
Half orc.
So I'm assuming Luca is also an orc.
Or no, Luca is a human. I don't know. They mentioned.
Luca's human. Okay.
You'll meet him. The priest was Steb. No, Luca was just a regular driver.
Was it?
The priest is the guy that came with you guys.
Oh shit, that's right. There's another dude with us. I forgot about that.
What is it? Oh god, I have to look his name up.
Let's see. Rescued Luca. I have all these notes. Rescued Luca. And Steg.
Yeah, I forgot all about Steg.
Yeah, isn't Steg a priest of Palor?
Yeah, he is a priest of Palor. He's a friend
Yeah,
of
because then
Berlin's.
he likes to talk to me. Like, oh man, give me some space, Steg.
I want to see
religious,
all
but
five.
not as religious as you, buddy.
all five.
I don't know this Steg, but he sounds like a douche.
He's all right.
Yeah, he's all right. He's very chatty.
Yeah, they'll have Steg talk to Mortal and Pseudo Dragon all at the same time. It's like have again. It's like when Nolan North would be playing the Penguin and be talking to himself as two different characters in a video game.
But yeah, as you kind of like have all these discussions, it takes you a couple hours and you walk and talk and all these things. You eventually come to the caravan and kind of waiting and set up. Then they're set up. Grung is there. Brock kind of like sets himself up and kind of walks away over to his area to set himself up. At this point, it's like early evening, kind of, or late afternoon at this point. So at this point, they're kind of like starting to set up to like set up the meal and just to camp there. They found a good spot. Stag and Luca are both helping out best they can, but you see Grung is a orc woman, fairly tall, not as muscularly built as like Brock, but strong in her own right. You can see she kind of just is a regular driver, but like strong, kind of like has this very gregarious personality, and she's like, hello, I see we have new friends. And then like you see off in the corner a couple of humans, an older human who looks like in somewhat priestly garb but for travel, and then a younger human, like maybe middle-aged or younger than middle-aged, that is also there, more common clothes. But like the orc woman greets you like, you guys are back, and you brought friends. You guys make it out okay? What happened? Are you guys okay?
Yes, we are.
Yeah. Long story short,
we're all one piece. Yep, look at us. We're
We
here.
brought some new friends.
We keep leaving and coming back with more people.
Yeah, that's true.
This happened in a similar manner as the other times. As you could probably tell by the stains on our clothes, it was not. It was another one of those. Another rough day in the office.
Yeah, I can see that. Well, and she looks over, kind of very like kind eyes, looks over to Toro and to Bao and like, well, pleased to make the acquaintance. Name's Grung. I'm the hired driver for the party, but who might you be?
I am Toro.
Am I? Ooh, cool. The map is different. I just noticed on Foundry. I wanted to see where.
So it looks for.
I wanted to do. Can I give? Does she? Can I see if she knows the traditional orc like greeting?
She like there's a you can try one.
I got one. Can I? What would I roll for that?
Give me a history check.
Okay.
With your be sure to pick the right
like a line dance.
Sheet. Yeah, is there like a on the Foundry? There's no icon anymore for me to click.
Under actors, find your character, and it's gonna be
Got it.
remember that it's the second one on the list. The
Got it right here. So that would be, you said, a history check.
Yeah.
Okay. So 12.
Yes.
I would.
Do one. You do one. You do kind of like. You kind of remember.
We do the predator handshake, just two buff arms just clasp and grip and squeeze.
And there's a slight look of confusion, but like she seems to go with it. Okay. Well,
must be it. It's been a while. It's probably been a long while.
Yes. Well, yeah. You're Toro, and you're my friend.
Don't mind her. This is Tumbao.
Hi.
Wonderful to meet you too. I hope to get to know you better, but feel free to make yourselves comfortable. And don't worry about having to do too much work tonight, because you guys have been I imagine through a lot. So don't worry about having to help out just yet with the camp setup, but just sit tight and get comfortable. We'll get we'll get the fire going and get some food going pretty soon.
I appreciate the hospitality.
Not a problem.
I say graciously thank you, but I quickly message to the group, yeah, she's cool. And then we keep on going.
All right.
I just wanted to check something. There was something I just needed to see. She's cool. Okay.
All right, and then you guys set up. You guys end up like kind of setting up camp and getting comfortable by the campfire, and there's like a stew is cooked up real quick, like a little soup, and some meat is cooked up.
Pumpkin smells
hot
good.
Food. We got hot food today. Aren't you excited? I'm just leaning over at Toro, just like.
Yes.
Toro is weak.
That's because you don't eat.
Yes. Yes. But yeah, as
Speaking of weak, is Bortle still here? The person who helped Toro the first time.
Portal. Yeah, he's around the campfire enjoying some vegetables and a little bit of the stew.
Can I ask him to take a look and see if I'm patched up now that we're here, camped out and safe? I'm pretty sure I got hurt a bit during that whole scuffle. Is there? Could he take a look?
He can look. He looks you over and is like, "Oh, you took us a couple of hits there."
Yeah, I got a bit beat up, but I didn't think it was the time before. I think you know what? A good night's rest, I think, is gonna take care of you for
a good long rest.
We'll take care of you.
Oh, yeah.
In the background, Toro is slurping.
Yeah.
Just eating like how. I don't know. He's see what I mean? He's the type of person to just like you look at it. It's like someone you see when you're walking down the street and you don't know a single thing about them. You're like, wow, they have their life put together. They look amazing. They got a good suit on. And then just they open their mouth or they just like spend 45 seconds like in your vicinity and you're like, oh, you're insane.
Are you making fun of my people?
No.
Yeah, we know.
This is how we indulge. Let me live, woman.
You indulge your own way. Do it. I'm just saying. I was an actual animal for a while, and I've seen better table manners.
There is no table here.
There's a lot to unpack here.
In the middle
and we go again with the table thing.
In the middle of that,
Just this is the relationship dynamic between these two.
Tumbao, I want to go ahead and have you do a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, so on the new Foundry thing, where would I go to click? No, actors again.
So
Yes.
on your, you can do click wisdom, and it'll ask you if you want to do a save check or a saving throw, and do saving throw.
Oh, wisdom. Okay, wisdom. Saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
What am I throw?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so
not great. That would be a fave.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, nothing. Nothing in particular happens. You kind of feel a tingle in the back of your neck, but maybe something like looking, and then a couple minutes go past, and we're gonna have you hear a voice coming into your head, and we're gonna go to the other room. So, Karis, you, in the middle of this, conversation, trying to sell this story, you hear a voice in your head of a familiar voice of one of your higher ups, your general, one of the Arcanists that work with the mission that you're on. Loudon. You hear their voice in the back of your head. He's like, where are you? Who are you with? We need a where are you? Who are you with? We need a status update.
I'm just imagining it like almost Morse code, like beep 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 beep, but like interpreting the message.
Yeah, it's basic. Well, you hear it clearly in your head because this is a sending spell. But I'm just counting. No, where are you? Who are you with? We need a status update. Get somewhere away from these people and wait. I think that was 25 words. Maybe 20.
25. Okay, so, can I respond?
You can respond, but you'd be responding out loud, and we'd move over to the other room. So if you want to, we can move over to the other room, and you can respond out loud to this message.
Well, so I just received a message in my. Oh wait,
and you hear it in your head, but I would say you were familiar with this. It's part of this mission. I can't
respond in my head.
So responding to the sending spell, you have to respond. You can kind of like whisper, but you respond out loud, and you know that the other person is saying what they're saying out loud. Wherever they are. Would I be able?
Yeah. So I know they're responding out loud. So I'm in front of the group right now. I'm receiving this message.
Yeah.
So would I be able? Let's say, can I roll a deception? Or a stealth actually to be able to like maybe lean forward, cover my mouth, and like whisper this message. Just to like so I can try to keep it as low key as possible. Can I like attempt to roll for it?
Let me see.
Without having to move out of the room and like keep it low under earshot.
You can. Yeah, let me think what would be most appropriate. Yeah, you can. Yeah, a stealth check to kind of like be stealthy about, kind of like being a whisper. Yeah, that makes sense.
That was a nat one.
That was a nat one, but there's no critical failures. So 21. So that does mean you can respond in a way that nobody notices, but I need to bring somebody in who would notice.
Okay.
So you can, as far as you can tell, you were pretty stealthy about it.
Yeah, I don't know that this person knows.
Yeah, you're pretty. Mm-hmm. You think you were pretty stealthy, but yeah, you can go ahead and say what you want to say.
So I would say, and you said 25 words is my limit, so I'll stick with that.
I think 25 words. Yeah,
that's fine, and it keeps it fair. Don't worry. We're going to make it. And pretty soon, we'll get exactly as we need.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And the last, I think I can do like a few more. I'm a professional.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go. All right. Mm-hmm. It's like,
hi, welcome back, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
It was like they were never gone.
Yeah. So yeah, you notice and you overhear that him responding trying to respond quietly, just an unheard voice almost.
What are you muttering about?
I didn't mutter anything. Listen,
nobody else notices.
Do you even pay attention to me enough to even deal with like noticing when I'm mumbling? Just active gaslighting.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine.
I would say, not to prompt anyone, you kind of like are in a safe place in this camp. For this would be a good time for Toro to look at the thing that he got, if you wanted to.
Oh yeah.
But if you wanted to safely inspect it.
Yeah.
Here. I'll need a moment. I'm gonna refill on some water.
The crystal, right?
Or it's like a not the crystal. It's like a bangle, like a almost like a bracelet looking thing.
Oh, the bangle.
Yeah.
Thank you for reminding me. Yeah.
You look in your Heen
so
haversack.
He pulls out from his haversack a small bangle, and he's observing it. At this point, he's holding his bowl too, as he's holding it. So he puts down his bowl, considers picking up his bowl. No, puts down his bowl, focuses on this small bracelet and slips it on.
Mm-hmm. And then you attune to it?
I don't know what I'm feeling right now.
But yeah, do you like do the attunement process?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's let me go ahead and find it. So yeah, let me make sure. So I'm gonna go ahead and
he looks solemn though. He almost looks like upset looking at it.
So you kind of like take a moment. It's like, all right, you figure you inspect it. I'm gonna say it's easy to understand that it's probably something that is gonna be readily apparent once you kind of like spend the time. You know how attuning works as a wizard. You know that with certain things you need to like spend the 10 minutes to like get in, or like a minute actually. I forget, but like you do that process, and from you attune to it, and what you kind of like get the sense, you realize it's seems to be a bracelet that kind of like has like a connection to like almost an astral connection, like an astral bracelet. And from what you can kind of like gather, what you remember, it kind of like the words "the astral bracelet of hell's spells" comes to mind. So So I'll just describe it. It's
spells.
The astral bracelet is a powerful magical bangle that allows its wearer to see, commune, and otherwise manifest things using powers beyond the material planes. The metal and glyphs of each bracelet, and you kind of like you notice that it's not just a bracelet, but it's like a series of like bracelets, like almost like smaller bracelets going in, like stacked into each other.
Concentric.
Yeah, concentric bracelets, but like lined up. The metals and glyphs of each bracelet are related to the kind of power that it holds. You can pull the bracelet off and hold it in the palm of your hand as an action. When you do, the bracelet unfurls to reveal 4 inner rings. So like the 4 inner rings collapse within it, transforming the bracelet into like an astronomical sphere, like this like sphere of like rings. Like you remember back in the 90s that thing that you would ride in and it would like whirl you around in all direction, kind of like that, but like a bracelet with like glyphs on it.
How big is it?
It's about
how big is the sphere?
It's tiny. It's about as big as like the biggest would be a bracelet, like the bracelet size. So you see, it's very like palm
so
size.
I can hold it in my hand. It's not like
okay. It's like it, and it's like this little like thing, and you kind of like unfurl it. While the bracelet is transferred into astronomical sphere, its inner rings slowly spin on their own. So then not only it not just like spin on axis, but like it would spin like along their circumference perimeter. So has 10 charges and regains 2d4 plus 2 charges on at dawn. If you expend the last charge, if you expend the sphere's last charge, its spinning rings magically fold up again into the wearable bracelet, and you can also fold the rings back into place early using an action. Each spell has a different each bracelet, so it has a different list of spells. So a spell, it basically lets you cast a certain a list of spells, and each costs a charge amount from the pool of 10 charges. So you can cast Detect Evil and Good, which costs 1 charge. Dispel Evil and Good for 5 charges. Fire Shield for 4 charges. Flaming Sphere for 2 charges. Hellish Rebuke for 1 charge. Magic Circle with 3 charges. And Protection from Evil and Good with 1 charge.
And all of this kind of just like comes into his brain.
Yeah, you kind of you tune it, and then you have it. Yeah, I also put it in your inventory on D&D Beyond. Tunes it.
Yeah, that's right. Awesome.
I put it into your inventory on D&D Beyond.
Oh, cool.
So
let me update it.
No, it's already updated.
No, I have to reload the page because
that's
refresh.
Yeah.
So, but you can see the spells.
That's awesome.
I go ahead and gesture over to him, like seeing this whole process happen. I'm saying, "That's new. Where'd that come from?"
This is it was a gift from someone I miss. He messages to her.
See,
Trefaris gave it to me.
That's why it's interesting. I am with this man literally all of the time, almost all of the time. And then the moments he is out of my sight, just even for like 15, 20 minutes.
He messages again. Trefaris gave it to me.
Again, I'm trying to. Can I put not deception? Deception. Just kind of trying to show that this person is clearly some sort of clown, even though there's obviously something like.
You can do like.
There's, you're very through the message in my head.
Yeah, you can roll a deception check if you want. Yeah, kind of like put up that front.
Cool.
Yeah.
22.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. As far as people are concerned, there's nothing up and up as far as anyone can tell.
It's that the story of Giselle is that this is a party animal that it is somehow my responsibility to somehow take care of, and that's our story.
You've put this responsibility on yourself, woman.
Oh, that's neat. And Mortal walks over and looks at the sphere as you kind of hold it out, like, that's neat. What kind of stuff can you do with that?
This is a bracelet, and he puts it back on.
Oh, that's cool. You can kind of make it a sphere and a bracelet and a sphere again. That's cool. Oh.
Yeah, it helps me with my anxiety.
Yeah, it's like the same way you'll toss like a ball back and forth. It's his own, apparently.
But it can also speak to God.
Well, that's cool.
Not touching that one.
Yeah. Do you want to?
Thank you again
does Toro
for everything?
Does Toro want to try out the Astro bracelet, or just
Nope. He's just gonna keep eating.
Yeah.
Well, since this person doesn't want to, show off for everybody else, I go ahead and put like my fingers together and like make another electric current between like the buns here and just in between my hands, just to like can I like as a performance for the crowd?
Yeah, you can try like do a little bit of like let me see if it's in your.
I mean, if it's a roll, it's more of just like a little thing I can do like offhand. It's not even necessarily like an actual action.
Let's see.
But does it look cool? That's what
it does
you're
look cool.
For.
It's a party trick. It's a party trick.
That would be like if you had a prestidigitation maybe, or like a particular like cantrip that can do that, but I don't think you have that. Message, thunderclap, and magic missile.
A kitty.
That's right.
Nugget says hello.
Yes.
This is Nugget. Hello.
It's Nugget.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that earlier. I don't know if you heard the metal clanging that happened over my shoulder when I was like I had to like run off. It was like that was when I was like stopped and looked back. It was like a metal clanging, and I was like, "What's going on?" And I went to look, and it was that the kittens had knocked over a feeding dish from a shelf in the laundry room there, where their food is, where theirs and the other cat's food is served up. It was like I looked at the cats like investigating. I was like, "You guys are trying to tell us something." It was like, all right, fine. Okay, and then I fed the kittens.
Then in exchange, since I can do the cantrip thunderclap, can I, just for flavor's sake, make like an ambient thunder noise like with my hands?
You can like
as a performance.
Because
the moment they said they're like entertainers, it caught my attention.
Yeah, you do like a thunderous clap, and you kind of like step back and keep everyone outside of the cube.
Oh yeah, above us.
And then like you just like do the thing, and everyone hears like this thunderous sound, like like but by 100 feet away, like, and then you like do a flare.
I wanted to show off.
And yeah, and then as you guys enjoy your meals, kind of contemplate the day and your where you're gonna go forward, that's where we'll wrap things up. Thank you all for being with us. Be sure to be with us next time as we follow up what's going on with these folks and the ramifications of all this and where everyone's going. Be sure to follow the channel Rebelli TV on Twitch and on YouTube. Check us out at thetones.com. I'll try to work on getting all the episodes updated soon. Got a lot going on. But yeah, check out the YouTube and the Twitch for the live streams and the VODs. And for all of other streams going on. But yeah, until next time. Hasta los huevos.
Hulu.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
Adios.
Annyeong. Fighting.